leg of the 2014 National Sevens Circuit is kicked off by the Kabeberi Sevens tournament hosted by Mwamba RFC. This tournament has been hosted by Mwamba since 1988 in memory of the late George Mwangi. Fans and players alike are looking forward to an exciting series of tournaments with the more popular Sevens version of the game. Stay tuned for more action.
The Kabeberi rugby season is officially on. Mwamba RFC hosted the first tournament in the National Sevens Circuit at their home ground at the Railways grounds in Nairobi. All the big guns were there, and not so much was expected in terms of a team pulling a fast one on the established masters of the Sevens game. For day one, Catholic University fired a warning to the so-called big boys by qualifying for the main cup quarterfinals from Pool A. First, they beat Western Bulls 19-15 in their opening match.
The end of this game, and the pass is good, and how about that?
KCB must have been watching from the sides as they walloped the Catholic boys 43-7 in the next pool match. But Catholic University recovered to edge out Kisumu RFC 7-5 and booked a quarter-final berth. And so Paul Murunga led his charges against a battle-hardened Mwamba RFC. It is always tough playing against Mwamba, especially when they are playing at home. But of the two sides, Homeboys RFC had the character on this day as they bullied Mwamba from the first whistle to the last, running away with a healthy 26-5 win.
Leonard Mugaisi too quick for
KCB, on the other hand, had no mercy, humiliating Kenya Cup champions Nakuru RFC 33-5 in another one-sided encounter.
excellent offload
Nakuru, and
there.
Darwin Mukidza looks like he'll draw first blood for KCB with the jersey 14. Darwin Mukidza is sure with the tries of
Strathmore RFC also announced their arrival on the knockout phase with a clinical 31-7 hammering of Impala RFC. This was a huge dent to Impala RFC, who have set certain minimum targets to achieve in the Sevens rugby season.
David Dinda not able to keep up with him.
that is called absolute confidence. That bit of arrogance, of course, we saw him doing that yesterday.
The only quarter-final match that lit up the grounds was the last one pitting Kenya Harlequins against Catholic University. Queens were the clear favorites in this one, but they were not prepared for the hard-running University boys. In the end, Queens survived a scare and barely made it through, sneaking into the last four with a 14-5 final score. They managed only 2 tries against 1.
Excellent fend-off. Can he stop his man? Can he get away? He can't get away.
The semi-finals is where the boys were separated from the men. KCB, the city's defending champions, took on Strathmore Leos in the first semi-final. Edwin Salamba gave the Bunkers a good start with a try.
Ian Indimuli playing it to former Strathmore player Edwin Salamba, who touches down, opening the scoring.
Leos responded with a converted try by Adrian Opondo to lead 7-5.
Has Adrian Opondo in support, and Opondo is cantering all the way to the try line. One of the fastest back row players you'll ever see. Opondo is going to score under
But Salamba was a thorn in the flesh for Strathmore as he scored another try for a 10-7 halftime lead for KCB.
Edwin Salamba is going to score under the post. 10-5.
Darwin Mukiza gave KCB some breathing space with a converted try.
The brace against his former club. Darwin Mukidza. KCB continuity there. That's Darwin Mukidza to extend KCB's lead. The scores are now 15 points to 7. And well,
only for Strathmore to score again at the death. But that was a little too late as KCB won 17-14.
Churchill Orko is going to score under the post, and we still have a game on our hands.
In the second semi-final matchup, Kenya Harlequins were off the blocks the quickest, storming a massive 19-0 lead at halftime against Homeboys. Homeboys were a different side in the second half as tries by Leonard Mugazi and Oscar Ayodi closed the gap to 7 points. Ayodi then saw yellow and was sent to the sin bin as Queens used their numerical advantage to score and go up 26-12.
Agab, Clay Gendon. Clay
Once
Gendon
it's
is going
over.
to score.
Gendon will score. It probably will be the winning try there for Harlem.
Homeboy's last try was nothing more than just making the score respectable as they lost 26-17.
Try all the way, but unfortunately it's going to be a consolation try. It's going to be a consolation.
The explosive nature of the semi-finals was replicated in the final match, which ended up being a one-sided affair. Oliver Mangeni and Ken Mossetti's tries sent KCB 12-0 up just before halftime.
And KCB will coast him for the first try. Great work there.
With pressure from Queens, KCB turned the tide with Oliver Mangeni once again punishing Queens with a Sao Otieno, putting the icing on the cake to give KCB a well-deserved 24-0 win.
Typical of any forward, Mangeni steps through and skips to scores a try. Oliver Mangeni.
With a win in the Kabeberi Sevens tournament, KCB have launched the defense of their national sevens crown on a sound note. Next up is Kisumu City for the Dallas Sevens.